Well, hello and welcome along everybody to the Race on Oz series, season 9 we're up to, and we have an almost full grid packed to the brim full of Ferrari 458s. And if you're a long-time member here at Demo 1, you'll know it's my favourite car and it's my go-to car since the beginning of Gran Turismo Sports almost 2 years ago now. So we're about to get underway for round 1 at Sardinia here in the Italian mountains, and it is not long to go. Qualifying is underway and we will join the action on track in just a moment. But welcome along, and it's good to have you along with you. My name is Josh Gahan. This is going to be a good race. Thank you very much, Michael. Good to have you along. Thank you for the like. And thank again to everyone who supports us every single race. And big shout out to Michael there for hitting the like button and supporting us here at Demo 1. Race not too far away. See you in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Prince. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Keaton, one of the big names from last season and the winner of Division 1 last season, is one of the big favourites tonight, and currently sitting on top of the qualifying. Chopper Dog and Groover 33 there behind him. DRZ Hatfield will join Groover at the moment provisionally on the second row. We'll keep you updated, and we'll talk about the Season 9 rules and regulations and what is happening here today. So this is round 1, obviously, of this One Make series, Season 9 here for Race on Oz. Round 1 at Sardinia A. 26 laps will be battled on tonight, and then round 2 next week will be Maggiore East 2. 33 laps there. We've got 7 rounds in the season. Spa there. We've got confirmation of it entering the Gran Turismo rotation and coming in this week, actually. The laps amount, though, in round 7, yet to be determined. But, yeah, looks like Spa for the first time is coming to Race on Oz, and it's coming to Gran Turismo 2, Gran Turismo Sport as well. The drivers will have a drop round available, so their worst round out of the 7, they can choose to delete that from the record books, and the top 6 will count. So we'll have to see how that changes things. But there are 20 drivers signed up, 2 reserves, and yeah, it should be a very, very good season here. And Race on Oz never disappoint. So points on offer tonight. First we'll gain the 25, and then second 20. From here on it's 16, 13, 11 points for 5th, 10 for 6th, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to a 15th. And the fastest lap in Division 1 will get an extra point. It says pole position here, an extra point, but I think for this season that's actually been taken away. So the extra point for pole does not exist. We'll get confirmation on that, but I am reading the official Race on Oz regulations, but I just think that needs to be updated. But yeah, so that's the point structure and the extra points on offer. Definitely fastest lap will be one to look out for. So the tyre rules in place tonight. They've got racing softs and racing mediums at their disposal. The drivers, though, must start on the qualifying tyre. They must use both tyres. And it actually says here, no point for pole position. So, yeah, there we go. There's confirmation of the pole position point being wiped out from this season in Season 9. But, yeah, they've got to use the soft and medium tyres. Depletion of fuel, it's on 3 times as well. Initial fuel, though, will start with the default amount. In qualifying, pits closed 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is passed, finish the lap you're on. So we are coming to the end of the qualifying right now and getting ready for an 8:30 Eastern Time start, or 7:30 if you're here with me in Queensland without daylight savings. So 7:30 here in GMT plus 10, that is the time zone I am in, and the time zone I will use for all the races. And if you need to convert that, just remember that I am in the time zone plus 10, and you will, yeah, it'll be an easy conversion from there. So grid start with false start check, so that is on. Fastest first for the grid order, obviously. Boost off. Slipstream strength is on real. Mechanical damage is on light, so they can get the damage, but it will repair itself over time. It won't stick around like the extreme settings. No shortcut penalties on. Flag rules obviously are on. And counter steering prohibited. Active stability management prohibited. Driving line assist no limit, but no cones for the drivers. Traction control no limit. ABS no limit. Auto drive prohibited. So yeah, it's a battle of the drivers tonight. Should be a good one. And I'm always excited to see what the RaceOnOz boys put together. It's always a good show. Sardinia A, actually, for those at home. It's got a lot of long straights, so top speed and getting the exits right will be really important for these drivers over the qualifying laps. At the moment, Keaton looks to be on top, but it'll also be what they need to get right during the race as well. Racecraft as well is a big one. There is one big technical section where I think the Ferrari will have it covered, but understeer will be something they will have to keep an eye on. But yeah, most of it is long straights, commitment through the corners as well, and the drivers who can brake the latest and get on the power the earliest, I think, will come out on top here in Sardinia. But we'll have to wait and see what happens for the race and the race results themselves. And we're about to get started. Thank you, George Camilleri, for liking the stream. Thank you very much, George, for your support tonight. And we're just counting down now, waiting for the race to get started here at Sardinia. It's a fictional circuit, which appears obviously in Gran Turismo Sport. So you won't be able to find it on any other racing game. But it is a very interesting track. And yeah, the ones with full commitment will be the ones who get out on top easily here tonight. It's located in Italy, in Sardinia, obviously. Circuit length 3.3 kilometers for those on the Imperial, just over 2 miles. 14 turns. I just realised I'm looking at the wrong Sardinia setup. I'm looking at the rally setup. This is the road track, not the windmill circuit. My apologies there. I thought the track map looked a little weird. Here we go. Sorry, it is 5 kilometers. Metric, just over 3 miles. 15 turns, not the 14. And tarmac, Obviously not the dirt. All right, qualifying's done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get into the final. Let's welcome them along. RaceOnOz, round 1 here. This is Division 1, obviously, Season 9. And here they are in their glorious Ferrari 458s, the GT4s.
I'm rocking.
Can't wait to see what everyone puts together for us tonight. Here in the championship. This is round 1. Keaton's got the top spot. Groover and Viper Z there. Apex on the second row as well. Revs are high. Groover got to a really good start. I think Keaton was caught out there under the start, so Groover could have the advantage now coming up to the first turn. Apex as well getting one over Viper Z, and as you can see, Groover around the outside gets ahead of last year's champion. All the cars right now 2x2. We've got 4 wide down into the third row. There could be some drama there. Chopper Dog's out wide onto the gravel patch. He's come back in, and that was a lot better than what we saw in the FIA World Finals. So kudos to the RaceOnOz boys for keeping it clean and keeping driving standards to a very high caliber here. Apex at the moment, he's chasing down some of the quickest guys in RaceOnOz. Look at these guys flying past 2x2. The Ferraris sound gorgeous here around the windmills of Sardinia. There's XL with his teammate Captain Risky. Like I said, lots of long straights, slipstream potential very high here tonight. And the ones who have full commitment and are able to get onto the power quickest will be at an advantage here. Some technical sections for them to navigate. This is one of them, but commitment needed, high commitment needed. Keaton leads the field, 6/10 over Groover. And Keaton is obviously the hot favourite early on. And the Selby will be very happy with his performance here. Viper Z chasing down Apex there for the final podium spot. This is X3. So with some new names, if you're not always following GT Sport, some new names you've probably never seen before. As Division 2 had the opportunity to come forward and race up in Division 1 to fill the lobbies for us here. Captain Risky. He's got a bit of a gap now forming in front and behind. So he's sort of in a bit of no man's land. McNeil behind him will have to catch him up. But the Team BHR boys here, looks like Risky's falling off a little bit. The leader though, Keaton, doing his very, very best to hold off some of the very quickest drivers here in the first division around the picturesque hills of Sardinia. The windmills and the rolling farmland around it. A picturesque view, but the drivers won't have a lot of time to keep an eye on that sort of stuff tonight. They've got a job at hand, and that is to race. Look at this. He's just absolutely blistering through the field. Let's get his telemetry up and have a look. He started on the soft tyre. Keaton did. Remember, they've got to use both. And he's flying through the field right now. Full commitment from him. And Keaton, I think, is quick enough that we should see him up there at an FIA World Finals one day if he would like to do it. He's definitely got the pace. Let's see. Under heavy braking there, the left and then the front right. Got a bit of wear on them as he asked a lot of the tyres. And Viper Z now falling off the back end of third place. So the top 3 really starting to fall away. Here's Hatfield. He's got XR behind him. Slipstream. XR will need to do it. They're in the same car. And this is why I mean they need to get on the power sooner than their competitor, because come to the end of the long straight, if they're on the power at the exact same time, they're going to be going pretty much the same pace. And this is where commitment needed. XR trying to find a way around, poking and prodding. Hatfield in the Selby Ferrari in front. The number 44 can't find a way through at the moment. He needs to evaluate the situation, and as this is happening, XL is catching up. from the VHR team. You can see the gap behind him. That's 1.3 seconds. The gap in front, though, is only 0.4. And he needs to stick with them, otherwise he will be at danger of losing these guys further up the field as the slipstream is helping push the guys up front even further away. You can see that's a 1/10 he's already lost. You can see the gap looks almost unrecoverable at this moment. But he's still within that very important slipstreaming range. XR, he's really having a dig here at the moment. And Hatfield's doing a good job of defending this one. And there's just nowhere for X3 to put the car. The Ferrari, though it looks at home here at the Italian circuit. It looks like it's suited to this type of track, and I can assure you, as a long-time driver of the 458, it definitely navigates the tarmac surface here really well. And it suits these high-speed tracks. Get the most out of it. Up into 7th gear as well. Let's see if X3 can get anything under it. Under braking, this is going to be his next big opportunity. He needs to have a dig here. Is he brave enough to do it? He doesn't feel that he's even close enough. And to keep it clean, he just keeps it off the back end for now. Captain Risky now being caught up by Razor and Chopper Dog. So he's at a risk of losing more positions as this race continues. X3 once again, he's almost got the edge on him here. XL's caught him up. And somehow XL's really caught them in there, so something's happened that's closed that advantage. X3 and Hatfield had over XL as the BHR man is looming. And he's a predator in the bushes, lining up the prey, and you can see them. They're not helpless at the moment. But it looks like one small mistake and XL's going to be there. X3's going to go for it. Inside line here. Will he be caught off? They've just given each other just enough room. Hatfield out wide. Great racing from these two. And X3's just caught him. Oh, great stuff from X3. He's worked hard on that now for 4 laps. And he needs to put in the pace and the quick times. I think he can do it. XL just needs to not overdrive the car at this moment. Very lucky not to run to very wide, or too much wider there, and the car would be spinning around. And XL's done it himself. Hatfield's been caught napping at the left-hander, and XL thought he might have been out of that one for a little bit. He caught them up, and he got the move back. Great stuff. Hatfield there looks to be struggling a little bit. He is on the softer tyre, and he is on the faster tyre here at the start. Inside line again, first turn. Hatfield very heavy on the brakes. He's had to come back out wide to give him room. And XL was almost bumped wide. Captain Risky now will catch these boys up. It's not going to be long before I think Hatfield is swallowed up by the pack in behind. He had a late diving move. He licked the stand, wasn't able to send it though. And he'll have to go back to the Ricardo school of overtaking because that one did not quite work. It was almost clean and good enough, but yeah, it didn't work out for him. Thank you very much, Nick Marriott, for following us. Good to have you along here for the Race on Oz round opener tonight. Asking how can you sign up? RaceOnOz.com. They've got a forum. And they have many divisions. I don't know if you can sign up mid-season, but it is only 7 races. Again, XL gets it back. Hatfield with a switch over. Captain Risky's there. And look at this. The pack is now condensing. XL gets the move. And Hatfield, I imagine, is just going to be fun-sized bites for the rest of the guys behind. Because he's a treat. He's a treat for them. He looks like he's backing up the rest of the pack here. There's 5-6 cars involved. All Ferraris. Hatfield, bit of a touch there. They're bumper to bumper at the moment. There's nothing there to worry about. Great racing from these guys. And Hatfield, he's got a lot to work on. He's got a hell of a lot to work on. On board with Captain Risky. You see he's on the medium tyre now, and Hatfield on the quicker tyre on the soft. Hasn't been able to use it to his advantage here. So medium tyre early on. He's being pushed wide. Risky. Hatfield defending very, very aggressively. And he's had to do that though. Otherwise, I think Risky from BHR would be around him at this moment in time. And it's so hard to see the drivers. They're so close to one another. This is fantastic racing from the RaceOnOz. This is Division 1, the top of the grid here. The fastest guys from RaceOnOz. They're doing a great little show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've almost got 7, 8, 9 cars catching up to this little pack. This is unbelievable stuff. Risky makes a small mistake. That might slow him down, and Razor now has an opportunity. He's around the outside. Chopper Dog's tagged onto the back of that one. And this train might swallow Risky up. He does. Razor gets the move. Chopper Dog's there. They're going to be 2, 3 wide into the braking zone. It's incredible racing from these guys. Chopper Dog with his teammate. Look at this. 3 wide into the left-hander. There could be some drama. Chopper Dog's done very well to hold on to that. How did he control that one? As McNeil gets through. The Selby of Chopper Dog doesn't. Captain Risky's fallen back. Pubs is there. Big Kevin 13th. Check out this. Crazy stuff. They were 3 wide into the corner, and watch them as they turn to the right. Chopper Dog gets all unsettled. He holds it though. Great little racing. Great racing from these drivers. This is only round 1. I said there'd be more action and more strategy. And RaceOnOz never ever disappoint. Don't forget, if you've got some motorsport fans out there who are big lovers of eSports, don't forget to share and let them know about Demo on Garage and the racing we've got here, and direct them to this first race from the RaceOnOz crew. We'd love to have more motorsport, eSport fans here each and every week. We've got another race tomorrow morning. Don't forget SFR GT Challenge. It is the Pro Division at the Nürburgring GP. But tonight, we've got our eyes neatly focused on this racing here at Sardinia. XL now also having to defend from Hatfield. We've seen what's happening in the midfield. Let's have a quick look at and catch up to the front runner Keaton, who now has a 5-second lead, and he's clearly the early favourite here in RaceOnOz in the Division 1 to win it. Champion last season, and it's going to be hard to beat him again this season, I think. Groover, though, is in second, and the Pagnian driver doing well. Apex is there in third, and Viper Z has not been able to get him back from the start, which we saw 7 laps ago. X3's managed to clear the drivers he was fighting with, XL, Hatfield, and he's now in sort of a no man's land. But from 6 back, this is where the action really heats up, and the drivers are really scrapping for positions at this point in time. We're 7 laps in of 26, and we're waiting for the first pit stops to occur. Remember, they've both got to use soft and the medium tyre, which is available to them. Look at this, Hatfield tucked right in behind XL. XL knows he might need to defend the inside line coming up into 1. Hatfield stays with him, and he doesn't want to lose that slipstream advantage through the windmills of Sardinia. Hatfield now looking and looking. But yes, if you'd like to sign up, don't forget, just go to RaceOnOz.com. And it is called the Sunday Night Gran Turismo there on the forums. All the information should be there. Yeah, thanks again for RaceOnOz for inviting us along to commentate and broadcast such a wonderful series. It's always so spectacular. So much stuff goes on. Some of the best driving you will see amongst league races here in Gran Turismo Sport. And just further down, you can see Razor now pulling away from Chopper Dog, from McNeil and Pubs. So Chopper Dog's now trying to get back onto this 6th, 7th, 8th train, which is starting to pull away in front. But if he can catch up and make back all the delays, Chopper Dog could have a go here at top 6. It's going to be very competitive, though, through the midfield. XL running a little bit wide. They're overdriving the cars at this moment. Let's get an update of tyres through the field for you. This XL is on the mediums and doesn't look like he's struggling too much with the tyre degradation levels. But you can see his fuel is past halfway now, so fuel depletion is on 3 times. They will need to fill up. Hatfield's on the softs. You can see I think he's used a little bit more fuel than XL, and that could mean a massive difference come the pit stops. There could be some overtakes happening. If anyone's been fuel saving as well, that would be a massive advantage to them. Hatfield tried something there, wild around the outside of 1. Didn't quite work as the track sort of ran away from him. As you can see, Raze is catching him up. Raze is on the mediums as well. So Hatfield really hasn't been able to get the pace out of the soft tyre I think he's been wanting. And Razor there, you can see, also under halfway with the fuel. Chopper Dog, softs, you can see he's loaded side of the car, which is the right-hand side. He's starting to wear away a little bit more with those soft tyres on. This is McNeil, also on the softs. You can see he's front right. So that's the loaded side of the car through most of this circuit. Lots of left-hand turns, and they're going to have to watch that front right especially. And the Ferrari, I think, can be quite aggressive on tyre wear from memory. But luckily they're all in the same place. So it's going to be who can fuel save and not wear the tyres out as much. I think we'll get a huge advantage come the strategy time. The medium tyre here for Pubs. So Captain Risky's on the medium as well. So same wear for Banana Josh there. He's being catched by Kev, who's also on the medium. Kev now in last place. He's up behind 13th. Banana Josh trying to maybe make headway and make a move here. Will he send it? Well, Banana Josh looks like he's going for something. Captain Risky, though, has it all covered. Keaton's on the soft. He starts on the soft here. And you can see he's coming down to about a quarter left in the tank. So Keaton going hard on the fuel early, it would seem. Groover's got a little bit more. So Groover could get him on fuel here. Soft as well for Groover. Viper Z, soft. And he's got a lot more fuel than those 2 front runners ahead of him. So he looks like Viper Z will be fuel saving. And that could mean he can do a jump in the pits while they're still sitting there filling up. Viper Z will be exiting and back onto racing sooner. So keep an eye out for Viper Z here. He might be able to get the jump on second place Groover. And let's have a look at Apex. Soft tyre for Apex. Still, Viper Z's got more fuel, so it's going to be very close, but Apex, I think, has been fuel saving as well. So this is going to get very interesting when we get into the pit stops phase. And we'll have to keep an eye on what happens between 3rd and 4th here. You can see X3's trying to catch up. He's just outside that slipstream range, which is his biggest disadvantage at this point in time. Starting lap 11. We're on board with Apex 64. Last lap was 149. He's riding hard at the moment. Zetha, no, this game is Gran Turismo Sport. This is not Grid. This is much better than that Grid game. This is Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation 4. Yes, unfortunately it's not available on other platforms. But I think if this game came to PC at least, it would be a very popular title. But it is one of the PlayStation 4's exclusives, you could say. Been a massive fan of Gran Turismo since Gran Turismo back on the PlayStation 1. And it's come from strength to strength in the years. This one's a lot more eSport focused. And it's producing some great racing here tonight. There's X3 in 5th place. XL's trying to pull away and trying to catch back up the 5th place X3. Might be a little bit too far back at this point to do it. Chopper Dog's holding 7th. His teammate Hatfield there has fallen back to 8th now. But thanks for coming along again, Zitha. It's good to have you here. If you are new, thank you very much, Ronald James LaRue. Loving the support there, buddy. Thank you very much for the like. But if you are new here, that is right. My name is Josh Gahan, and this is Demo 1 Garage broadcasting the RaceOnOz Round 1 from Sardinia. You can find us live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. You can choose your favorite platform. More coming in the future, so keep an eye on that one. But don't forget to follow us also on Twitter at Demo1G, Instagram, if you want to keep up to date with the latest news streams, questions, and stuff from around the motorsport world. Everything esports as well. Massive esport lovers here. So we'd love to have you along for the ride. At the moment, though, it looks like Hatfield is just playing teammate Wingman here with Chopper Dog. Razor not being able to make any leeway into this battle. They all chase each other down this very quick and flat out track here at Sardinia, Italian hills. There is Razors. Looks like he's falling off a little bit, and we're waiting now for the first front runners to enter the pit lane. Keaton 231 on lap 12 has increased the lead to 7.8 seconds and is a very early favourite to win this championship. There's Groover in 2nd place, and he's got 2-second lead on this man, Viper Z. Looks like Viper Z's managed to get around Apex there. But these guys, so Viper Z might have turned his fuel saving off a little and puts a little bit more power into the engine to get that overtake. Apex now chasing him down, the ignition driver. And keep an eye on these guys, because there could be some undercuts in the pit lanes very shortly. X3 is Xerxes. All right, well, I'll call him Xerxes. Kyril Iglesias is now following us on Facebook. Thank you very much for the support. And it's such a good thing to have you along, bro. Thank you for your support. F1, I will be watching the F1 later tonight. Yes, here we go. Apex there, as Apex turned his motor up as well. Viper Z looks like he's about to be crunched. Switch over, Apex trying to look for it. Viper Z gets on the power though. And great little exchange of racing here on track now. Thank you, Jake Morgo, for following. Good to have you along, bro. And thank you to all the new people that have joined us tonight. Loving the support. I hope you're enjoying the racing. Viper Z, he's starting to pull away on Apex here a little bit. Apex there looking for the Apex. He got that one perfectly then. Trying to pull in a lot of speed into the corner. Maybe catapult his way around, or slingshot rather, his way around Viper Z. Oh, is Viper Z going in? K-Rule has liked the stream as well. Thank you for the support, bro. And Viper Z's one of the first drivers in tonight. He's got 17% of fuel remaining. Does he fill up here? Brett Wilding's also followed us. Thank you very much, Brett. And thank you very much to everyone. Big Kev's gone to the medium tyre. So Big Kev will have that one ticked off. Long stop for Viper Z. He comes out on the medium. And he returns in 10th place. Jesse Rose is following us as well. So much support coming towards all the guys and girls out there tonight. Thank you very much, Jesse. And Brent Sirs has liked the stream. Thank you very much, Brent. Massive shout out to you for the support there. Hope you're enjoying this eSport event tonight. This is Keaton. We're waiting to see if the leader goes into the pits here. Let's get a bit of look up on his telemetry. He's got no fuel remaining. His tyres, well, he's got life in the tyres. Not a lot though, but fuel. How far is he going to push it? How far will Keaton push this one as we coming into the end of lap 14? Will he lose a lot of time because of it? This is the man chasing him down at the moment. It is Groover33, who was managed to pull away from Apex slightly. He's gained a second or so. And Apex, who was fighting Viper Z, needs to put in the quick time now. So not surprisingly, the race leader is in the pits. Team at work, putting on the new rubber boots. Will he go to the full tank or not? Groove is coming in. So Groove is on the jacks. XL comes in. Remember, XL was on the medium here. So we've got a big, busy moment now for the pit lane. Derek Solins followed us. Thank you very much, Derek. And it's good to have you along with us here at Demo 1 Garage. Apex 64 now leads this race. You can see that fuel saving is what is helping Apex get the lead at the moment. But he needs to put in the lap times. X3, which we're now going to refer to as Xerxes, is in second place. Pubs is up to third. So some of the midfield drivers now running a little bit longer and fuel saving. You can see now who was saving fuel a little bit longer than some of the other guys who went flat out and have burnt through their fuel reserves. Keaton there is up to fourth, and he's got such a big lead on this field. He should be net first once all the pits are done. Groover's there out in sixth. Viper Z. Scott Warren's liked the stream. Loving the support tonight from everyone. And you too, Scott. Thank you very much. Hope that means you're enjoying what's happening here. Now, here we go. We got 3 cars. Chopper Dog and Razor here at the moment. Chopper Dog's defending from Razor. And Hatfield's fallen back to 10th as these 3 duke it out through the corners here at Sardinia. We're on board with Chopper Dog. Razor there in the slipstream of this Ferrari. Hatfield trying to find him as well. Chopper Dog goes up the inside. He sticks one around it. Can he get the swap over? I think he tapped the inside wall. And Chopper Dog overdriving a little bit onto the grass, but he keeps it clean. And thank you very much, Jono. Jono, one of the regulars as well. And here we go. Hatfield. I think Hatfield's gone for something there. He did. Look at that. He's moved up the inside of Razor and he was caught napping. Scotty Gibb liked it because Scotty Gibb liked the stream just as Hatfield got that move in. Let's have a quick recount of what happened. Razor was comfortably in 9th position, but he was not expecting the move from Hatfield here. Hatfield in 10th place, stuck it up the inside and stole it. And there was nothing Razor could do about that one, but let it happen. So was there another incident that happened just ahead of Chopper Dog? And here's Xerxes and XL. Xerxes looking for a way through. This could be slowing him down here at the moment. Remember, not all the drivers are pitted. We did get a busy moment. Some of them are running long stints. And that could be slowing some of the earlier drivers down. So some new medium rubber there for Xerxes. Got the mission winnow. I think he's even got the Demo 1 Garage there on the wing. Loving it. You'll have to get the insert. I don't know who makes the liveries, but there is the rim insert as well, which goes separately. It was very hard to get this Demo 1 Garage logo uploaded onto Gran Turismo Sport. It didn't like all the fades and different shading and texture that there was. So I had a big help from one of the guys at SFR GT Challenge. Again, racing tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So don't miss on that one. He helped me out there. Q is his name. But this is where we're at the moment. Xerxes was catching up to XL, but that little battle looks like it's faded away a little bit as XL's got the pace. You can see he's got the soft tyre, so he should have the superior pace at this point in time. And don't forget, the fuel is on 3 times, so we might see a few people burn through the fuel a bit too quick. So there might be some fuel saving coming up later on. Keep an eye on that. It always happens. Someone always runs out of fuel, even though they think they've got it right. Little mistakes creep in here or there. This little battle, though, this has not stopped since the start. They were next to each other on the grid, started next to each other, and we're 17 laps in, and they're still one by one next to each other. This is great little battle unfolding and a good rivalry building here for the Season 9 of the RaceOnOz Sunday Night Gran Turismo. There's Groover. He's clear away of this main field. Great scenes here. Great racing, though, from these two. Apex not quite going for the dive bomb at the moment. He's got a little bit of time in hand, and he can sort of work out where Viper Z's not quite as strong. He should be able to maybe execute a move in the coming laps, but he's going to run out of time. He can't wait too long. XL doing... There's a hot pursuit happening behind them as XL's being chased down by Xerxes. Xerxes was right in the tail of XL a few laps ago, but it looks like Xerxes backed off a little bit just to get a bit of clean air. Racing all the way through the field here. It's going to be hard to pick. You can see there's a big gaggle of cars making their way through, and Chopper Dog leads this pack. Great stuff. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars all involved, all looking to get that 7th place from Chopper Dog. He's going to have to defend it early on. Emmanuel Casey, thank you very much for your support, buddy. Massive shout out to you, Emmanuel, and thank you very much for hitting the like. Chopper Dog inside early on. That might compromise his exit here. Hatfield was on the power quickly. But once again, they're just following each other through like a train, looking for there is space on the track. So they need to be confident under the braking here. And at the moment, it is Chopper Dog who leads them. He's all over them at the moment. Pub's in 10th there. A small mistake by any of these guys, and it will be punished. I assure you of that one. Look at this. Hatfield also feeling the pressure. His teammate now, he's side by side. He got a good exit out of there. Chopper Dog could be under some massive, massive pressure here. They're side by side. The two in behind can't find a way through as the teammates are just blocking the road. They're running in formation at the moment. 7th and 8th, the two drivers. Razor wants to sneak in. He's got the inside line. Chopper Dog's going to close it on him. Round the outside, 3 wide. Oh, there could be an almost spin. He's had to let off, and Hatfield's recovered. That was good sportsmanship. I didn't quite see who it was. It was either Razor or UNC Pubs. This is fantastic racing. And I can't take my eyes off it for one moment. Hatfield looking for a way through. Chopper Dog's there as well. And it's going to be a difficult task, I think, to keep these guys at bay. This is Hatfield looking behind him. Pubs has managed to get ahead of Razor there, I think, after a little bit of contact with Hatfield. He had to let out to stop the car being spun around. That was a good call there from Razor. Thank you very much, Plethora, for following us on Twitch. Thank you very, very much. Good to have you there on Twitch with us tonight. Hatfield inside of Chopper Dog. Chopper could be under the pump here. He could be feeling it. Hatfield goes to 7th. This Chopper Dog had the speed around the outside. He doesn't. As Hatfield closes the gap, and the Selby teammate has now moved forward. Great racing here. As Razor is still looking forward for a way through. There's another group of 3. McNeil leading that one behind them, who are also doing the exact same thing as these 4 here. They're all fighting for 7th place. And Hatfield will be frantically checking those rear vision mirrors, looking behind him, making sure no one's sneaking up on him. Chopper Dog, though, is doing just that around the outside. He might be able to beat him on the brakes here. Get the speed, get the switch over. Hatfield sticks it close to the inside. Chopper's now on the inside for the next one. And that was the move. Chopper's been lining up now for the lap. He knew about that one coming up, and Hatfield just had to let his teammate through. But it's Pubs and Razor who are just swapping backwards and forwards, just like these two Selby drivers are, but they can't get any further forward than ninth. These two have just got it covered at the moment. This is fantastic stuff from these guys. There once again, Pubs gets it back over Razor. And they're side by side. Into the left-hander, Razor. Full commitment from the boys. And they're going to be dragging it down to the front straight here. Nothing in behind Pubs. You can see they're falling a little way off the two Selby drivers. Razor on the outside. Pubs just slightly ahead. And he'll be able to get on the power here. Oh, a little bit wide from him. Pubs under pressure. Was there a bit of contact there? He's run over the curbing. He's recovered from it. Razor gets through. But that was a drastic moment from Pubs. Into the corner we go. We'll follow on board. Oh, he went too wide. And the curb upset the car. So, yeah, nothing. Razor had nothing to do with that other than he was just there watching it unfold. McNeil will get an update of the drivers in behind. Take a look at the telemetry here from Pubs as we're on board. Fighting on with Razor in front. He's going to go for a gap. Razor, though, just edges ahead here. We're coming to a close of this one. Lap 20 of 26 at the moment. And there's not a lot of laps left for these guys to sort things out here. They're going to have to say it on track. Oh, Razor running wide. That might lose him some pace. He's managed to actually pull in Hatfield and Chopper in front. Looking out behind Razor now. You can see there's a car group just behind them. We're also fighting for track position. We'll get you an update on that in just a moment. Scotty Gibbs, thank you very much, bro. Yeah, these RaceOnOz guys, I love watching these races week to week. It's fantastic. And yeah, if you are new and you don't know who I am, my name is Josh Gahan. I am the commentator and I own Demo One Garage, broadcasting all the eSport events here, including this RaceOnOz race. Look at this exchange that was just happening. Razor and Pubs, I don't know where they've come from, but they've just caught them up out of nowhere, and they're now really upsetting what was happening. Hatfield could be pushed backwards. We've seen Hatfield being swallowed up earlier on. Is Hatfield just losing the pace coming to the end? Is there some fuel saving coming into this one? I also want to get you an update. This is risky. He's got Kevin McNeil there at the top. This is for 13th, 12th, and 11th. And captain, he's the lone BHR driver, and he might be a move from Big Kev here. And there will be. The Selby man gets him. Captain's on the inside here, but it closes the door as Kev gets around him. Great stuff from Kev. Kev was all over it. Inside line. And he just kept his composure. You can see he then had the better line for the next turn, and there was not much risk he could do about that one. The race still goes. McNeil making a move as we rejoin the action. Captain and McNeil, they are side by side. They're slightly pushing each other through. Full commitment from the two, and a Risky just beats him out. That was on the edge stuff between Risky and McNeil. That could have been a little bit more serious, but McNeil had the back out. He was quickly running out of road. I think Risky's going to send it here. He's trying to use all the pace he's got and keep it into the first turn. It didn't quite work out for him there. Big Kev defending like there is no tomorrow. But further up the field, Hatfield has been pushed back as both Pubs and Razor now Both Pubs and Razor are forward of him, and that has taken some time, but both Pubs and Razor working very hard to get that. And Hatfield, he's slowly falling backwards through the field here, and this is unfortunate for him. And who's going to get Chopper Dog here? Can anyone get Chopper Dog? That is the question, as we've got 5 to go. As Pubs and Razor side by side once again. Pubs looks like he's got the advantage on Razor here. Inside line, keeps it tight. And he cuts it across to get the inside for the next turn. Great stuff from Razor there. Sorry, from Pubs there. Very similar liveries. It's making things a little bit difficult. But we've got the names above their heads, thankfully. And as this all goes on, that's giving... Oh, Chopper Dog, big mistake. Sorry, Pubs, big mistake. Overdriving it. And Razor's got the advantage there. He's pushed him into the error, and that's what he wanted to see. It's taken a while. There, Pubs scraping along the wall, and he lost a lot of speed. And then, yeah, Razor came through to take that position away from him. Look at this. This is absolutely unreal. 8th, 9th, and 10th. They're all looking for a spot in the top 8. Razor's got to try to defend 2 cars at the moment. They're coming thick and fast at the moment. Hatfield's pushed forward to 9th. This is unreal racing here as we get to a close. Big Chopper Dog's getting away from them, and he'll be happy to see this battle happening behind. But these guys have had to work so hard for these positions. This midfield battle has been absolutely top-notch. And you won't get this way anywhere else. Thank you very much, RaceOnOz, for putting on a show tonight. It's been unbelievable. It's there's so much happening on track sometimes. Yeah, I can't even speak about it all. There's that much happening. We're trying to keep up with it all, and we don't want to miss a thing. Here we go, another move being executed. Hatfield's going for the outside run. The switch over here. He needs the inside line for the next turn, and I think that's what he's going for. Was there contact? Hatfield runs a little wide. Razor gets it back. And Pubs, he hasn't quite had the traction. No, he did. He got 9th from him there. Pubs is just on the edge of that 9th position. Hatfield wants to turn in. There's a Pubs there, though. And the Ferraris now. Oh, I think Chopper Dog's had a mistake. I think Chopper Dog just recovered quickly from a mistake there because he's been caught at a rate of knots. He had a much bigger gap than that, and now Razor is catching him, and Chopper Dog could be under the pump now. The pressure is starting to get to these fellas, and Razor and Pubs is just trying to keep their cool. Chopper Dog, the gap is 3/10 at the moment. It had a much bigger gap than that. Chopper Dog now will have to work on his defense coming into this. Hatfield has fallen off. This was the overrun before. Hatfield was trying to get the inside line. He ran wide onto the marbles. And yeah, you can see Razor caught the inside line early on. And then Pubs just fought him for that position. As they were running into the left-hander. Hatfield had to back out of that one. Back on board with Pubs, and you can see we have lost Hatfield, but it's Chopper Dog, Razor, and Pubs now. It's a 3-way battle for 8th position. Oh, this mid-pack racing is absolutely just stellar tonight. It's been so good. So good from these guys. And somehow Chopper Dog is still holding these 2 off. Chopper Dog once again in 7th position, and he's got the spot. He's on the medium tyre. Razor is on the soft tyre. So this is where Chopper Dog might win out. He's got a lot more grip left in that tyre. 2 to go. And look at the grip this man has. Pubs. He's got a lot more left in his soft compared to what Razor's got. So Razor has to drive it out of his skin at the moment. Razor is on a knife edge coming into the last few laps. Razor at the biggest disadvantage, I think, of all of them. Chopper Dog's got the slower tyre. Pubs has got the quicker tyre, and he's got more left. Chopper Dog defending. Razor trying to drive on an edge here, but his tyres are quickly falling away from him. Pubs will be able to use that to his advantage soon. We have only got 2 to go. We're on the penultimate lap here of the first round of the Race on Oz Season 9 One Make Championship here, and this is all for nothing. This won't settle the championship, but this is really going to set the precedents high for the next few rounds. And Sardinia, what a track it's been. Can Chopper Dog hold them off? Can Razor keep Pubs at bay? This is the interesting thing here. The strategies are all working together to create different endings, and this one's going to be totally unpredictable. Can Razor do it? Chopper Dog's run wide. Razor caught out in that. Let's get a quick update at the front. Keaton obviously winning 14 seconds, and he starts the final lap. There's Groover. He's got a 1.6 second lead on XL, and that's looking likely to stay there. Viper Zed's there in 4th, and Apex is still trying to chase him down there in 5th position. There's Xerxes in 6th, and I think that will stay the same. But this is where the unknown is, and Hatfield, look at Hatfield really pulling in the pack now. We're coming up into the last lap. Big Kevin 11th is also pulling them in. So it's going to be 3 Selbys trying to get this 8th position. Chopper Dog leads this little pack. Razor there on the knife's edge. His tyres are running away from him. We're on to the last lap now. Has he got enough life left? Does Pubs? Can he use that to his advantage and break a little bit later up into turn 1? This is going to be his last chance to get anything out of this one. Chopper Dog holding them off at the moment though. Frantically looking. Razor finally does it. Well, Razor holding him off there, sorry. Pubs, I thought Pubs had actually done a move. As you can see, I was so excited I thought Razor had fallen back and Pubs had made the overtake. It didn't quite happen. Pubs, though, while at the replay, he did. Razor's fallen back to 9th now. Pubs is forward. We'll get that replay for you. Hatfield's there. Kev's in 11th, and now things are really starting to heat up as we come to the end. There's Pubs getting around the outside. Razor was beaten. He did a long corner, and that's where Pubs got him. And there's Razor. He's down into 9th, and he's falling back into the prey of the Selby drivers. Hatfield and Big Kev, they're coming back to life here on the final lap. Anything could happen. Razor could lose more positions before this is over. Pubs is there in 8th. Chopper Dog knows this is on the line. We've got 4, 5 cars now appearing on scene. And this could be for anyone. Any mistake at this point will be catastrophic for these guys. Keaton goes across the line and gets 1st position. Congratulations to Keaton. But we've still got a race to finish here. Pubs is in 8th. He's looking for a way around. Chopper Dog might be swallowed up here. I think Chopper Dog will be. 7th for Pubs. Chopper Dog around the outside. He needs to get better traction. Razor watches it unfold. Hatfield's there as well. Big Kev isn't quite up forward. Big Kev's moved forward as well, so Hatfield's moved further back down. Unbelievable racing here at the end. Pubs is going to go across the start-finish line. He's going to see the checkered flag before them. And it's Pubs, Chopper Dog, Razor. Absolutely incredible stuff. Hatfield as well. He was falling backwards. But unbelievable racing happening here. This is where it was, the move that did it for Pubs. And Chopper Dog wasn't able to get it back. Oh, and that's Hatfield went out wide through there. Unbelievable racing. Unbelievable finish. But well done to Keaton, 2-3-1. Wow, midfield racing and its absolute pinnacle. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. Wow, what an event we've had tonight. There's going to be some very good stories out of that one. And I can't wait to watch that on replay again because that was just phenomenal. Thank you very much to RaceOnOz for having me. My name is Josh Gahan from Demo 1 Garage, and yeah, we do lots of eSport racing here, not just the RaceOnOz boys, lots of different categories, Formula 1 as well, Formula 2. We do have another Gran Turismo Sport race tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. if you can join us for that, from the SFR GT Challenge, all the way over in North America. We got some of the fastest drivers there in the Pro Division racing at the Nürburgring GP. I'll be taking the call for that one as well here on the Demo 1, so keep an eye out on that. Jake Morgo has liked the stream. Thank you very much, Jake. I hope you enjoyed that race. I know I did. That was outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Yeah, next week will be round 2. I did tell you where the next race was. I will update you with that. If I can find that information again. Round 2 will be Maggiore East 2, 33 laps. So that's on the 3rd of November, which I think is next Sunday. It is. So next Sunday, same time. And make sure you're around if you want to catch round 2 of the Race on Oz. But that means Keaton is now leading the championship with a good haul of points. The fastest lap. Let's find out who did the fastest lap, because they get an extra point as well, I believe. Keaton, obviously. So Keaton got 36 points tonight. And yeah, what an effort from him in the 458. David Napoletano, thank you very much for following. It's good to have your new followers out there on Facebook. Don't forget we're on YouTube and Twitch as well. So if you prefer to watch on those, you can. But we will be live on all 3 every single time. And yeah, I've appreciated the massive show of love and support you guys have shown me tonight. Again, thanks to RaceOnOz for putting that one on and having me commentate for them and broadcast for them. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've got more racing tomorrow at 10 a.m. GMT plus 10 is the time zone I'm in, so remember that. But from everyone here, me as well, Josh Gahan, thank you for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to get more racing underway. I will talk to everybody very, very soon. And enjoy the Formula 1 tonight if you're watching that. I will be as well. All right, well, good night, and we'll catch you in the next race.